Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Life with Money, and welcome back to those who have actually watched another video of mine. For those who are here for the first time, welcome, welcome, welcome. As you can see, I'm a very small YouTuber, and so of course I would appreciate if you guys at the end of this video, not before, but at the end of this video, if you think you like my content, go on and look at the other videos. I would really appreciate if you'd subscribe. So let me start by addressing the elephants in the room, or the elephants in the room. All them boxes are behind me. So for those who do not know, I actually own a small business called Bespoke by Monique. I'm on Instagram as Bespoke by Monique. That's one word, BESPOKEBYMONIQUE. So all of these boxes that you're seeing here actually has to do with my business. In a couple of days, a few days, on 22nd of October, I will be hosting my first candle making event here in Manchester, Jamaica. And it's something that I have literally been planning for 3 years. I mean, I've seen so many other persons in Jamaica subsequent to me even thinking about the idea, coming up and doing their own candle making, and it's something I wanted to do, but the reality of the situation is that I just did not have the resources to go ahead and buy all the supplies. And so I literally took almost a year gathering the vast majority of these supplies that you're seeing. It wasn't a one-time purchase, and it was my cousin Anik who actually said, Monique, why not do it? And I said, I've been thinking about it for a very long time. I just didn't feel as if I had all the resources. What I didn't want to do is to host a candle making event where people pay this ridiculous amount of money, come and they made a candle and they got a sip of wine and they left. I wanted it to be more about the experience, an event that was worth going to, something that was worth telling their friends about, and learning to make a candle for me would have been the bonus. The experience of everything else is what I really wanted to sell, because I wanted to set myself apart, right? So it took a very, very long time to be able to get all the supplies I needed. So this video is to show you those supplies, because I wanted it to preempt the video of the actual event, which I will post at a later date. So if you like this kind of thing, just stay tuned. All right, so let's go box by box. So the first thing that I had to buy, which was one of the reasons that was so delayed, is that I needed to, I use melting pots to melt my wax to make candles. I already had one because I don't supply to wholesale, and so I really made as on a per order basis. I'm going to be changing that because I have actually been approached by a number of stores in our capital city in Kingston that has asked me to, in fact one was actually a gallery, an art gallery, that asked me to include some of my candles, because I have a line of candles where I put line art on it and it will work with the aesthetics of their gallery. So I do have a couple of persons that have approached me, and now with having a second melting pot, I will be looking on possibly putting some of my candles in stores. So here is the Presto pot. Well, this is not the Presto brand. This is a Row Park. It's not in here. I took it out because I need to test it. I assembled it and I want to test it and ensure there's no leaks before the event. So here is one, and I already had one. This I bought off Amazon, and it was less than $100 for the melting pot. It's really just a regular slow cooker, and they convert it into a wax melter, so it has a spout, etc., and it also comes with temperature. And this is a little bit bigger than the one I would have had before. I'm catering to 20 individuals, and so one melting pot would not have been enough. I'd have to be re-adding wax, and I didn't want that. Then of course, one of the key things is wax. So here it is. This is a box of 10 pounds of wax. I have about 20 pounds. I won't need all of that. I have wax I use for my regular candle making. I just wanted to buy supplies specifically for the function, and I use a blend of coconut and soy wax. So that's what I'm going to be introducing individuals to. Now this box right here, let me start by going through this box, has a number of stuff, right? Now the first thing it has are these trays. These are some simple silver trays because each person will have a table setting, and in those at each table setting there will be a tray with all the supplies that you're going to be needing to make your candles. So as I go through, of course, I will show you all of those supplies. So this, for example, these are my tray liners. So these I will use to line these trays so that, you know, it look nice and pretty and pink and cute. Just as a heads up, I have a theme. So my theme is really for this event, for this particular one. I'm going to be having one December. The theme will be a little bit different, but this one is a tea party. And I'll be serving cocktails, I'll be serving pastries, and a choice between tea and coffee. And it's a tea party, so I'm embracing the flowers and the butterflies and the pastel colors, which is why I went with something like this that's very pastel, that will break up all the silver from the tray. Serve as a liner, so it protects my tray as well, since it will be something that I'll be reusing. Those trays I actually purchased from Dollar Tree. They're their regular cookie baking sheets. Right, so my best friend, I went on a vacation in February to celebrate our 40th birthday. My birthday was February, my other girlfriend's birthday was January, my best friend was December. We all turned 40, and then my two sisters and my sister's best friend Charmaine all came. And so she brought 15 of the trays from New York to Domrep to meet, because we were flying from Jamaica. And then my sister bought the other 5, and so she was able to send that down with someone who was coming down from Florida. So but it's $1 for each, and thank God I never had to pay the shipping. Then this is actually some decorative bunting. So this is just for decor. It has different flowers. It's triangular. You stretch it across. And what I want to do, the space I'm using it partially outdoor. It's covered on the roof. It has walls on 3 sides, but one side is open. And I just want to run the bunting on the ceiling above where the tables are, just to create a lovely ambience and bring some color to that space. And as you can see, fitting in with the pastel themed. These are all in pastel colors, and they're all floral. This is a heat gun. I had this from before, so I didn't buy this. The bunting I bought on Amazon. This is a heat gun. Sometimes when you pour candles, especially because we know we're having the indoor-outdoor feel, and so the temperature cannot be controlled or predicted. Sometimes you get a little bit of air pockets in your wax after you pour and you solidify. So I'm just taking this as a backup, just to smooth the tops in case anybody candles come out and are not perfectly smooth. And these are things again I had from before. These are 2 spandex tablecloths to fit 2 4-feet table, and that's where I'll be using to set up my drinks and food station. So I had these from before. I use them in my events, so I didn't think I needed to buy those. Let me see. I find myself doing the one thing in public speaking that I absolutely hate, which is saying, please forgive me. I think I'm a little bit nervous. I haven't vlogged in a while. This again is something that I had from before. And these are some vases. They actually have the glass pieces, glass cylinders that go inside them. I don't want to unwrap them, right? And then I will be putting floral arrangements in it. This is a part of the centerpieces that will be used along the tables. I'm putting 3 tables together to create a farmhouse side seating, and everybody will sit around those tables. And in the center there will be a whole line of floral arrangement, and this will be one in the middle of each of those 3 tables. When I get to the flowers, I will also show you the flowers that will be going in this, as well as the other vases that will be going on the table. Okay, so this box, one of the things I'm also doing just to assist me with being able to set up and organize on the actual day of the event, because I'm not sure I'm going to have help to set up. I should do it. My sister, my girlfriend, and sister Debbie would be helping me, but even then it's just 2 of us and 2 girls. Is that I labeled each box, and each box actually has written on it what the box contains. So this box has in not many stuff. There are gloves. Each person will have a glove that will go on the tray. These are, let me see if I pull out one side. These are candles thermometers. They're longer than I hoped, but they all have a little thing where I can actually stabilize it in the pourer that I'll soon show you that I'll be using. So I have these thermometers. I don't have one thermometer for each person. People will have to just take turns, but I think I should at least have 10, which is one for 2 individuals. These are candle snuffers. They don't belong in the box, so I won't be using them. So I'm going to move them. These are actually for, oh no, lies. These are wick trimmers. Why the box a candle snuffer? These are wick trimmers. So they're like little scissors that you use to trim the wicks. So I will have 2 assistants on the day, my girlfriend Candice and Debbie. So I have 3 of these so that we all can all go around and help the participants to trim the wicks to the appropriate height. And the other thing in the box is this, which I have 20 of them. I have a silver one because I may end up with 21 persons. It won't match the black ones, but I'll take it as a backup just in case I have more than the 20. And here it is. My candles are 7-ounce candles, but these can fill are large enough to pour into up to 12-ounce jars. So I bought them. I like how sit there, how black they are. I'm contemplating whether or not I should put my branding on it. I mean, it's probably going to be too late by the time you guys see this video and you're able to respond. You know what? No. If you see the video and you can respond immediately, let me know if you think I should put my branding on these, because I would do it with permanent vinyl, probably in a gold, something that would work with regardless of the theme that I chose, in the future. So yeah. So that's my picture for the individual candle walks. These are my gloves, the wick trimmers, and of course my thermometers. All right, so these things are heavy. Oh, this is my blue container and the heaviest one of all. And the reason why is that it contains primarily my vessels that I'll be using. I'm not going to take out all the vessels to show you. I will just show you one vessel. I will have on display a total of 30 vessels. I mean, yes, it's 20, but persons will be able to choose. And I have at least, so right now this has in all the vessels. I'm not sure what to be taking all of them with me. I might just pack up the ones that I know I'm going to be using, so I need to go through this box. But I have, these are the vessels, and I'll have them available in black, green, and pink. And the participants can actually choose their vessel that they want to use, which I think is also a fun touch. That makes it a little bit more, you know, high-end and luxurious, and you feel more like you're paying for what you have. So it's, you know, you have some choice and some input. So here are the candle jars. They're not huge, they're 7 ounces, because I had to compromise on the size of the candle because of the fact that I'm offering so much more than just a candle making class. But I think it's fine. It's beautiful, and they are made of glass, and the tops are made of bamboo. And so there'll be black, there'll be a very light pastel pink, and there'll be more of a emerald green. And they're all the same except the colors are different, and people will be able to choose what they want. Then in this box, let me see what I have in here. Okay, so I'm not going to take out my fragrances, but this box will contain my fragrance oils. And just like with the candle jars, individuals will choose their fragrances. They can also choose to mix fragrances. I'll have, I think, about 12 different fragrances. So persons can choose a fragrance they want, or they can create their own fragrance by mixing 2 fragrances. I won't allow more than a mixture of 2, just, you know, so it's easier for me to manage. And then these are foldable boxes that at the end of the event, this also will go just right beneath the tray on the table. We'll have a box that they can put their candles in case they choose to regift it. I mean, the holiday season is upon us. So I have my biggest box to go through, not the heaviest, but the biggest. But before I do that, let me just show you this quickly. So this here is actually one of my dispensers. It's a drink dispenser. It has a stand. The stand is on the inside. So I will, as I tell you, I have cocktails. I have a different dispenser for my cocktails and my June plum juice. I think I'm just gonna, oh yeah, I'm doing June plum juice because not everybody will want a cocktail. So I'll do just one cocktail, some June plum juice, and then this I think I will take for some water. It's hot, it's Jamaica. So I'll probably put some water in this one. And I have a couple bottles of red wine. I'll just walk with those. I'm not buying any, right? I'll walk with those in case somebody doesn't like the cocktail. I doubt it though, it's going to be really good. But I'm walking, I know that one participant doesn't want anything with citrus, and the cocktail has citrus in it, and I'm not able to change it because I already bought all the supplies. So I'm sure, but I know she likes red wine, so she'll have red wine. So I'm taking the red wine more primarily for her, but anybody else who wants red wine can have some as well. Now this is my everything box. Let me see if I can turn it to you. So everything. And the kitchen sink. Woo! So this box contains, well, it has in fragrance oils as well. You know, the other box had in a few. This has in a few as well. These are little measuring cups that each person will have on their tray, and this is for measuring their fragrance oils. So that's that. This right here is, I have a backdrop stand. I'm not going to show you. I've had it for a while. So I want a backdrop behind the cake table, the food table. So this will go on it, as well as some flowers hanging down. I mean, guys, if I don't show you something in detail, remember I'm going to be doing a video of the actual event. So you'll be able to better see everything come together. I'm just sharing with you guys more or less a little haul, you know. Now this box here contains some stationaries, right? This is some pins for the backdrop. These are just some floral cords that I'm going to be using, that I might need. Well, it's kind of bright. It's a rainbow beading cord, but it's the only cord I could find that somewhat worked. That I'll need to just tie up in a little thing like the buntings above and stuff like that. These are some markers. I just have a pack of 2 that persons will use to complete their labels. Yep. I soon show you the labels. Let me show you the labels since I mentioned that they're using that to complete the labels. Let me see if I find my labels. Do I have my labels? Do I have my labels? Do I have my labels? Right. So I've made individual labels for everybody. I'm not sure if you guys can see it. It has this gold foil border, so they'll just peel it off like that and stick it. It's blank because individuals will be able to write the name of their candles. They can come up with their own candle name and they can write who created it. And in this little dialog box, they'll write the name of their candles as well as the fragrance oils. If it's a blend, they can write the name of the fragrance oils that they would have used to create that blend. So that in the future, if they ever ask me for a customized candle, you know what? Scrap that. Because in the future, the plan is not to do individual candles. So that idea is not going to work. But they can put their fragrance oils on it and the name of the candles. I also have candle care cards that gives tip on how you can care your candle, how you can help your candles to last longer, and safety tips involved in burning your candle. And that as well will go on each tray. These are warning labels that you must include when you're doing candles. It will go on the bottom of the vessels, and once more each individual will have one of those on their tray. This is a bag with my wicks. I would have already done my candle testing and known the wick size for the vessels. So these are eco wicks. They're cotton based wicks, not just the regular plastic wicks. These are little sticks to center the wicks, and at the back are stickers to keep the wicks down. Each person again will have one of each on their tray. These are stir sticks. These are metal stirrers that they'll use to mix their fragrance oil into their waxes. There's enough as well. I bought these on Amazon. I don't remember the price, but they weren't very expensive. And these are stuff that I will reuse, so I consider them an investment. And then other little things like I have some labels that will be going in front of stuff. So these are to hold those labels for display. Let me show you examples of those labels. So like this will say coffee, and it will go in that little stand and go in front of where the coffee machine is. I also have labels that will be going around my fragrance bottles. So I'll be decanting all of my fragrance oils. When I get to those bottles, I'll show them. They're absolutely adorable. And each one will have the name of the scent written on it, because the bottles are not going to be personalized. That way I can choose to use them with other fragrance oils in the future. And this one, for example, says seduction, and they're all cut out in different shapes, either flowers or like a butterfly, based on my theme. So that will be there, and that will be up for display. Then I have a lot of little extra stuff that I might need, like glue sticks, little double-sided felt stickers to kind of hold like some of my stuff down on the table. Any little thing I might need. Always, whenever you're setting up an event, you have to walk with scissors, walk with glue stick, walk with cords, walk with a stapler if you need it, because you don't know. In setup, you might need anything, and there's no guarantee that the venue will have that. Furthermore, I don't think the venue is obligated to supply you with those stuff. Also in that the big box, because that small box I just showed you was actually in a bigger box. Remember I said it's the biggest box. I have 2 games, so I have to find a way to fill my participants' time. So while the candles are drying is when we will eat, we'll lime, and we'll play some games. Just to build the time. The candles will need up to an hour and a half, so I have to find something to entertain my guests with. So I have 2 sets of games. This is a 5-second rule game, and this is tell me without telling me. And I think right now I have only female patrons, all adults. I think the youngest person, no, they're all adults. There's no young person. I think there's one person who's a teenager or 2 teenagers, but they're like 17, 18 years old, practically adults. And so the games are going to be fun. I'm looking forward to the conversations and the liming. Once more, I have, this is another fragrance oil that I need to put in this. Then I have some flowers. So remember, I mentioned that I'm going to have like this flower. These are some hanging purple flowers. So the backdrop that's behind the cake that I showed you, well, I didn't show you, but that I said I had, I'll have these flowers hanging all over them. You know, just to create that garden theme. And I have some small vases. Perhaps I should find the vases before I show you the flowers. Let me see if it's this one. Okay, so I'm just going to show you an example of 2 of my vases. So remember, I showed you that pink thing that I said, like metal thing with the little glass vase that's going in the middle, that would be a part of the centerpiece. In those centerpieces, in those middle ones, I will have these flowers, right? I don't have them pulled out, but I can basically see them. Okay, so here's one pulled out. So that's the green, that's the purple. I think I have, each of them will have 4 different colors. Okay, here. So see, so these will be in each. So 4 of these will be in each in the middle. Back again to the pastels. I absolutely love these florals. And for those persons who are living in Jamaica and watching my video, I actually found these florals at Fontana. That's the big one. And they really were not expensive. I mean, not ridiculous. I guess they're expensive, yes. For $200 for one of the flowers. But I guess in the grand scheme of things, and it being Fontana, it wasn't that expensive. But along where each center vase is, that pink vase with those flowers, I will have a total, I think, of 3 smaller vases on each side. So I'm going to show you those 3 smaller vases. So each table will end up having like a whole run of flowers, with the big one being in the middle, 3 of these smaller ones, and they're in different colors. So this one is yellow, but I have all kind of colors. I have clear, and I have like green and different colors. Once more, everything is going to come together. I'm just giving you guys a sneak peek on the actual day of the event. So for those smaller vases, I have like baby replicas of what will be in the bigger centerpiece, which are these little baby flowers. I've already actually cut them to the proper length and tied them. So on the day, I'm just going to snip this, cut this off, and put each of them in the vase. So it should make setting up much easier for me. These I got at Maxi. They were on sale, and what a blessing. Except the white I think I got in a bunch at Fontana, but these little ones I got together, and so these will be along the base. So you can imagine, well, so it'll be 4 of each. 2 here, the big one, 2 there. I think it's gonna be pretty. Wanna think? Good, excited for me. I'm so excited. I'm just praying that God does not let the day rain. everybody come and enjoy themselves, that everybody enjoy the pastries that I was able to provide, and you know, we just have fun. And of course, I have customized aprons that everybody will have on. So some are in pink and some are in black. So half is in pink and half is in black. So what I'll do is put a pink, a black, a pink, a black, a pink, a black, and people will just sit where they want to sit. I still need them ironed, so I have my helper is actually coming to help me the Saturday before the event, because I'm going to need to wash all my teacups, all my glass, like the dispensers. I don't play dirty, and so I need help to do all of that, and I won't have time to do it until the Saturday before. So these also will be ironed. So if you notice, it says I created with Bespoke by Monique. And as you can imagine, each person will have this on just to protect their clothes in case the wax spill. I don't foresee that happening, but you know, safety first, as well as their black gloves on. And once more, some are in pink and some are... Oh my God, the place is so hot. And because I live so close to the street, I have to have the windows closed to keep down the noise of the traffic. Oh, just for the video. Afterwards, I'm going to close it. So, this box, I think I want to keep this box open. I might move some of the fragrance oils. Contains scales, so people will be able to weigh out the waxes. I think I only have 3. I don't need more than 3. I have 1 more, so I have 4. So, but 3 is sufficient, because remember I said I have 3 long tables, so each table will have 1. I didn't think I needed to have 20 scales, at least not at this stage of the business. And of course, what I mentioned before was my bottles for decanting my fragrance oils, and wait for it guys, these are just gorgeous. They're gorgeous. Oh, I just realized that they have these little cork things on the bottom that you can put on the bottom of the vessels, so that if you put them on a table that doesn't have a cloth on it, that it won't slide around. I will have tablecloths though. I'm just praying and hoping that I don't have an accident and any of them get spoiled up, you know, but that's a risk that I have to take. Alright, so here are the glass vases that I will be decanting the oil in, and I think each vessel is different, so it depends on the one that you get. So let me just show you 3 of them, but each one is actually different. So here it is. So those little tags will be hanging around them, and you're probably wondering, so how you're going to pour. So I'm going to show you that. So when the individuals just appear, I will have these on them, because these prevent the smells from escaping, and then I will change them to some little, I'll show you. So each of the glasses will have on this little glass bottle stopper. No, talk the truth. Isn't this like the most adorable thing ever? I mean, it's so cute. And these will have, I'll have a separate table that will have my 2 melting pots on it. All the vessels will not go on the table, on the trays. The vessels will go on the other table, because they'll pick and they'll have on the fragrance oil. So that table will have 2 melting pots at the end, and then it will have the vases and the fragrance oils, and persons will go up and take turns, probably 2 or 3 persons at a time, pick the vessel, pick the fragrance oil, and come back to the table. And so these will be on it. And then I have these for pouring. Oh, but these have covers. I guess I just want to show off the glass stopper. But here, so these will be for pouring, and it actually does have a little cover, so it should be all right with the oil. But as you can see, it's at an angle, and so it will make pouring the fragrance oils into those little measuring cups a lot easier. I think these are my favorite purchase. I just think they're absolutely adorable, and they're going to be a showstopper. The place is so hot that I can feel like my hair underneath is getting wet. I just washed it, and within a couple of days it's just going to be limp again. You know, right now it has a lot of life, a lot of bounce. And I'm telling you, as soon as I finish this video, I'm going to have to wrap it up again and tie it up again in my bonnet. Anyway, so this is some of my kitchen supply box. These are all food-based things that will be in here. So these are containers that will contain fruits, So I'll also have just not much, just a small fruit salad that each person can take one off. And I'll be doing a mixture of different local fruits, so not something, just something small. See, nothing much. And that will be filled with fruits. Lucky enough for me, I'm not having to buy the fruits, because I guess that's the beauty of coming from a parish that is considered, a parish is like a state for those who are not Jamaican, right? Or Ireland is divided into parishes. So I'm from the parish that I originally hail from. I live in Manchester, the only parish without a beach. But I'm from St. Elizabeth, which is considered the bread basket parish for Jamaica. It's an agricultural parish. And I have friends, so I've been able to get a number of the fruits. I think the only thing I might have to buy is probably pineapple. But everything else that I'll be using in the fruit salad, and I don't need more than one pineapple. It's not a lot of persons, because it's going to be cut cube and mixed with the other fruits. So that's a cost saving for me. So it was an easy way of feeding my guests without having a large expense. Now, I had originally bought this because within the box with the pastries, I had initially planned to add some like saltine crackers with some cheese and olives, but that's just an expense. You know, at this point I have to make a money, so I scrapped that. Anyway, this is still in the box, but I'm not using that. I think I'm only going to be using one. I have one person who's a vegan that's coming, and so I have to look for, and she's also gluten-free, and no wheat, no gluten, no dairy. So I'm doing stuff like hummus and plantain chips, etc. Something a little different for her along with the fruits, just that I can feed her too. And then these are the little spoons that I had originally planned to put with these. They're small, so I'm not sure they're going to be able to work for the fruit salad, but for the person who's getting the hummus, they will get that. And of course, paper towel, you need paper towels. These are little styrofoam cups. I like the fact that they were floral, and these are going to be at the water station, so persons can just serve themselves water. And then for my cocktails, I'll have these. I mean, I guess they're disposable, but the truth is I can be reused. I'll have these reusable glasses that will come with individual bottoms, just to make it easier. I'm just to put the yellow one since it's on top. So I have it in yellow, green, and pink. So that's enough. And they can be assembled. These will be washed as well. The day my helper comes, I'm going to wash and dry all of them. Even though, you know, yeah, maybe wash them. You know, like how people buy disposable stuff and they don't wash them. These are thick enough to be washed, and I feel more comfortable washing them. So I'm going to wash them and ensure they're dried properly, and then I'll pack them back up in something that's sterile. So these are going to be there, and each person will be able to go and get their cocktails. Yes! Yes! Cocktails will be self-served. But remember, you know, all of the food thing is going to happen after well, actually no, I think I might have them get their cocktails from them come, and then the food and tea part will happen during the candle drying phase. I guess that can be ironed out. I had found these. They feel a little bit more Mardi Gras to me. The, you know, little umbrellas that open up and toothpicks, but I'm still going to put them there because I'm sure in case anybody needs to pick out anything out of them teeth, they'll have those to use. And then these, no, I'm not going to show you, but these are my cake boxes. I'm not going to fold them up to show you, but you'll see that in the final video. So each individual will have a box filled with pastries. So these are going to be lined with those same pastel and white wax papers that you see me putting in the tray. These are folded up, and on one side, of course, you'll be able to see my logo once it's folded. So that's a little sticker with the Bespoke logo brand. And I have these multicolored pastel ribbons that I will also use to tie the boxes. So I won't have to be handling food on the day. I won't have to worry about covering the food from insects. I live in the tropics. All of the food will already be parceled out individually. Persons will just go there and grab a box, and that will be done on the morning of the event early. All the pastries will be made from the day before, but we'll assemble the boxes the morning of the event because I don't want any pastries sweating or anything like that. Yep. Okay, I almost forgot this. I'll have to insert it. This is a board I'm making that will be at the entrance to the venue. It says welcome to Created with Bespoke by Monique. I'm going to be filling here. All those empty spots will be filled up and glued in. So you see they're falling out. I didn't have enough glue. So I'll be working on fixing that up today. So there's all the grass. I also have this little sign that I also will be fixing up. Let me see if I can. Okay, so I'm filming myself, guys. So here it is, a heart shape that will be hanging as you walk up the stairs. It will be hanging over your head. So those as well need some amount of fixing up because I ran out of glue. So I'll be like, you know, yeah, fixing those up as a part of my decor for the venue. So I have 2 more boxes to go, but each box only contains 1 item. So this here are 4 tablecloths. 3 for the long tables that will be joining, and 1 will be for the table that I have my vessels, fragrance oils, and wax melters resting on. So I'm thinking that with the wax melter, I need to find a way to protect the tablecloth. So I'm thinking that I may have to go out and buy some of those thick plastic tablecloths just to put on top of this one, because the chances of the wax spilling is higher from the wax melter. And perhaps resting the melters in a tray. I have a few days to figure that out. But these are the spandex tablecloths as well, except they don't tuck under the legs or the thing. They actually come in like, you know, like they're pleated around the sides, right around. Yep. So that box just contains that 4 tablecloths. And this box, I need to count. It is fragile. Oh, I like have more than what I'm thinking of it. So it has in, well, this is an extension cord. I need to find other extension cords. And this contains teacups. I need to measure and make sure I have enough teacups. But my teacups are, I can show you. So they come in a variety of color. So this one is like a beigeish, whitish looking color. And they have a little base. Oh my God. So these will all be like stacked on the food table. People just go and take up their cup and saucer. And the venue was kind enough to throw in a coffee making machine and a hot water machine at no additional cost, which I'm eternally grateful for. They know I'm just starting out. They know that my resources are exceedingly limited. Let me just tell you guys, I'm not making any money off this first event because most of it would have gone into investing in stuff. So I'll always have these. I intend to have several events using them. I intend to also do corporate events and stuff like bridal showers. And so I expect to be reusing these supplies. So I consider them an investment. This first event is really more like a launch, you know, for what I intend. So this is pink. I have white. I even have, let me show you, black, and I also have blue. Yes, I have black, white, pink, and blue. And I actually have an odd color, which is a gray. I don't know where I got the gray from, but I have a gray. So, yep. So those as well will need to be washed, which is why I have to get some extra help this Saturday, because if it's even, because I'll be doing alright, so I'm doing a lot of the baking. My girlfriend Candice does the most amazing fruit cakes, so she will be supplying the event with fruit cake. Thank you, Candice. I mean, I'm sure the patrons will love it as well, and I'm hoping that they will choose to support her. Fruit cake is a traditional Jamaican cake, and it's a dark cake that's made of blended fruits and wine and other goodies. It's really, really delicious. And so in the dessert box, I'll have the fruit cake that will be supplied by Candice. I will be doing an apple crumble that will be in small silver containers that will be within the box, and I'm doing a pumpkin bread and a banana bread. So that is it. I don't want sweet cake and chocolate. That wasn't the vibe. I wanted more pastries that you would have at a tea party. So it's going to be pumpkin bread, banana bread, an apple crumble, and the fruit cake, plus the little thing with the fruits and the cocktails. I think that's a nice event. So guys, you know, Please subscribe so that you know when I've uploaded my event. Pray for me so that I have a successful event. I can't tell you, I'm not a little nervous. I am a little nervous. I'm happy that the first set of patrons are women that I know, and so that would make me more comfortable, and they are amazing individuals, and I'm just looking forward to having an absolutely wonderful time. And for you guys who live in your communities, one of the ways to correct the economic ills of the world is to make a concerted effort to support small businesses around you, and not just female owned businesses, just small businesses in general, because what you do is ensure that the economy is benefiting directly. People who you know are benefiting directly, and you're keeping more of the wealth within the community or within the country or within the parish, instead of always supporting big box companies who import most of the goods that they sell. So love you guys. Remember to subscribe, remember to share, like, and leave a comment. Leave a word of encouragement and a good wish. Thanks guys. Until next time, this is Life with Money. Bye bye.